Defeated in my relationship.
Dun dun dun.
My boyfriend and I have been together for coming up on 5 years. We also have a 1-year-old child together. Okay. Boyfriend together for 5 years and they have a child.
Right. You know what I just thought? Why would you're making an 18-year commitment. When you have a kid, you're making a commitment to that person.
Correct. For 18 years.
Realistically, that person can leave and like be a deadbeat on either side of that, man or woman, and leave that other person with the kid and all those responsibilities, and that whole situation gets super ugly. But why would you have a kid with somebody that you're not willing to marry?
Yeah.
And if they've been together for 5 years and they have a 1-year-old, that means they got pregnant in the 3-year area, probably around the end of the 3-year area, maybe. My math sucks, so if that's wrong, I don't want to hear it in comments. But if that's the case, why would you not get married and solidify that family?
Right.
I think about that shit when people send emails and we're like, we have a kid, but we're not married. And I, again, this is a me thing. Like, I'm not shitting on people who don't do those things, but it's a genuine question. Like, why would you not do that? You love someone enough to fucking have their child, but not enough to live with them or marry them. I mean, like that. I don't know.
I get it.
I don't like the state of affairs of marriage as a whole
I agree.
anymore.
Me either. Lately, I have felt very defeated and undervalued. We have a traditional relationship. He makes the money and I raise our son and make our house a home on the daily. The issue at hand is that we struggle financially around November to January. He also had a specific trip related to his hobby we had planned but could no longer afford.
Okay.
Okay.
So, a couple questions there. If you know that you're going to struggle financially in November and December, right? Because in order for that to be a thing, there's now a pattern. You know that every November, December, finances get tight. If you know that's the case, then you should be taking 10 to 15% of everything that you make from January until September or October even, and putting that money into a bank account so that when November and December hits, you have a nest egg. 10 to 15% is not a lot of money.
No.
It's not. It's $10 for every $100 you make. So if you make $1,000, you literally put $100 in the fucking savings account.
Yep.
If you can't do that, you're living over your means. Okay.
I agree with that. Was his specific trip related to his hobby planned in that slow season?
That's a question too.
Why would you plan your trip in slow season?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you planning a trip anyways if you don't have a nest egg and you know you're going to be slow in November and December?
I take back what I said. I would plan a trip in slow season.
With the nest egg.
With a nest egg, yes. Only with a nest egg, but I would plan it in slow season because I'm not missing out on work.
Right.
Yeah, the nest egg is the only way that would be acceptable for me.
Yep.
A lot of verping.
Huh?
A lot of verping.
Oh, my phone? Yeah. Here's a thought. If you so in the tattoo industry, it's feast or famine where we live.
Right.
You have a really good January to like end of July, early August, and then it slows way the fuck down and it starts picking back up around Halloween, and then it gets busy again at Christmas time, and it's go time.
Yeah.
We know this. It's currently May. If I wanted to go to Vegas in September, I would buy all that shit right now. I'd pay for all the tickets while there's an abundance of money because we're in season, and I would pay that card off so that when we went to Vegas, I have a credit card with zero on it, so that I can then enjoy whatever we're doing while we're in Vegas on that card, right? Because I bought it now. That gives me 4 or 5 months to pay off our shit to get to there.
Right.
And then we have that's business. That's what business looks like. You are literally moving money from one account to another and treading water until you can, really thrive in your business. It's better to do business with no debt. If you can get to that point, that's fucking gangster.
That's definitely the way to do it, yeah. So he had me sell my car that I had gotten and paid off myself prior to meeting him to pay for Christmas and the trip.
Oh.
He didn't make you.
It was a choice.
That was definitely a choice, unless he held a pew-pew to your head
You still have a choice.
and said, do this.
Still have a choice. Not a good one.
Right, still a choice, though.
Extreme accountability around here.
He probably got really shitty with you and guilt-tripped you and manipulated you.
Yep.
He didn't make you do it, though. You gave in, you caved, you did not stand your ground and say, I'm not doing this. Figure out your own fucking trip. You gave in to his demands and sold the car, and you showed him that's something he can get away with now.
Would you say,
What?
I'm going to hold that thought.
Okay.
Definitely going to hold that thought.
What kind of man says, I can't afford my trip, I need you to sell your car so I can go do my thing? I would see a man as less of a man for that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of you are unfit to lead and provide. She said they're in a traditional relationship.
Correct.
Okay.
You're in a traditional relationship with a non-traditional man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm so hung up on that. That's so gross to me.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Because I have a whole lot of thoughts too that I'm holding on to.
Okay.
I don't want to lose them.
When it was happening, he was very sorry and constantly said he would get me a car or equal value by April. When it was happening, he was very sorry and constantly said that he would get me a car or equal value by April. What is this trip?
Real question is if he was able to have the money by April to buy her a new car of same value or more,
Right.
why did he not just save up the money for the trip the year of the vacation and put it in a savings account like I originally said?
Yeah.
This is actions speak louder than words. If there's not a nest egg and there's no cushion there, don't tell me you're going to buy me a car because you can't.
He's not sorry. He was just saying that to get you to do it.
Right. He wanted to go on that trip.
Right. Here we are, April, with nothing saved to get my car and no actual plan. If he has said anything, it is, well, maybe I can get you a cheap $1,000 car. You don't really need a vehicle anyway. What do you do anyway?
So now you're a captive. You have given up your
Independence.
freedom. That's how I view. Okay, that's how I view cars.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it felt like to get your driver's license?
Yes. I could do,
Anything you fucking
Yeah.
wanted, as long as you had a vehicle to drive.
I could go where I wanted. I was paying for my own gas.
Yep.
Yep.
The first car I ever bought was a 1984 Thunderbird. It was poop brown. We called it the Thunder Chicken. It was ugly, like
Yeah.
ugly. It looked like somebody took a shit on the road.
Wow.
It leaked a quart of oil every time I drove it. I paid $300 for that car. I drove it for 2 years. Beat the fucking brakes off that car.
Yeah.
But the freedom that I had with that vehicle, I could go wherever I wanted. I obviously there was a whole lot of risk that I was going to get stranded because I bought a beater.
Yeah.
But I drove the shit out of that car. The freedom that comes from having a vehicle is something that I could not live without. The idea of not having a car, just now thinking about not having a car almost made me have a panic attack.
Yeah. I couldn't.
The idea of being stuck, that's why I drive everywhere we go. I'm not going anywhere ever without my vehicle because if I want to leave, I have the freedom to do so. You giving up your car, you are giving up your freedom for that man to go have a vacation.
Yeah. And now you're stuck at this house waiting on him because he's the sole income
Right.
to buy you a car. And it's not a priority to him. He doesn't care.
Wild. And he said, what do you need a car for?
What do you do anyway?
How about I take care of your kid?
I
I take care of our kid.
I maintain our household.
Yeah.
I make sure you come home every day to a clean house.
What happens if there's an emergency?
Yeah, you have to get the kid to the hospital.
What happens if he has an emergency at work and he's got the only vehicle and he has, I don't know, slips a disc in his back or something bad, right? And he's in the hospital and he calls and he's like, I need this, and this. And their bank account's fucking empty because he's broke and he doesn't have a nest egg and he's got the car and she's stuck at home.
Unacceptable.
This is how my brain works.
Yeah.
This is a fucking problem for me.
He's failing as a husband
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of fucking problems there.
He's definitely failing as a husband. Ladies, if your man has something planned, if your husband has something planned, if I was in this situation and you were like, babe, we've planned this, the money's not there, I'm going to go sell your car. No, the fuck you're not.
Yeah.
We have a whole lot of shit in this house that we can sell. We can sell the TVs. We can sell your computer. Whatever we need to sell that is not my transportation out of here, we can make it work.
How about you just don't go?
Yeah.
How are you going to enjoy your trip? Even if you sell all of our shit, we then have to spend the money again to buy that shit back, knowing that you are not financially capable or responsible with you are not a steward of your money. I don't like this. I don't like how this is making me feel. Making me uncomfortable. It's making my skin crawl.
Yeah. This is not okay.
Nope, it's not.
This is really not. As a wife, especially a traditional stay-at-home wife, it is not my job to make sure that you have our money right.
No, it's fucking not. It's mine.
Right. So, as she said, in a traditional relationship, as a traditional wife, you do not sell your car to have him go on whatever vacation that he has planned because he fucked up his money. Don't ever do that. Then you would be stuck in a situation where you can't leave the house anymore. You're going to be so isolated and secluded. The depression is going to get worse. And if you're with a man like this, what do you need a car for? He doesn't care.
No self-care, no Starbucks, no Hobby Lobby, no Target.
No drive arounds just to be out of the house.
Yep, can't take your kid to a fucking playground during the day. Dude, what the fuck?
Doctor appointments.
Don't like this.
Let's
go so that I don't dwell on this because it's going to piss me off.
My point in saying all of that was I want to drive it home that women, you do have power.
Yeah.
She said in the beginning, he made me. So he didn't make you do anything. You made that choice to sell your car to appease him, to get him to shut up about his vacation.
Right. Or to try to make him happy. I don't know, he's a fucking weenie to me. I'm willing to bet you that he was having a fucking meltdown and like guilted her and just, dude, what the fuck, man?
If that was the situation, if he was guilting her and throwing a fit and having a panic attack or whatever was happening, I would have taken the child. I would have packed our shit for the next week and I would have gone to my mom's house, my sister's house. And to clarify, that would have been a 500-mile drive and I would have made that damn drive. Mm-hmm. You can have your little panic attack and meltdown because you misbudgeted for your vacation and I'm going to go somewhere else because I am not going to take the brunt of you not being able to maintain your household as a traditional man.
Mm-hmm. It's that easy.
Do I want to make an 8-hour drive? No.
That would suck.
It would. It would really fucking suck.
It would suck to be in that situation. But in saying it, it is literally that easy.
Yeah.
You gonna act like that? Cool. I'll be back in a week.
Yeah.
Call mom, be like, hey, I need like $150 in gas. Can you cash app that shit to me so I can transfer it to the bank account and I can go get gas and Apple Pay as I'm fucking driving up there because I'm gonna come see you for a week.
Yep.
Bringing the kid to see grandma.
Yep.
Oh man.
Any money brought in has gone towards his hobby still. This is putting our relationship in a very bad state, and he always makes me feel like I am impatient, selfish, or foolish for being upset and feeling undervalued.
Your relationship is already in a bad state.
This is not a traditional relationship.
No, he's using you. You are a babysitter and a sex object when he wants to get laid.
To the person who wrote this email, you are not in a traditional relationship. Mm-mm. You are in a relationship where you are being undermined, underappreciated. He doesn't care. He does not care about how you feel. You labeling this as a traditional relationship is part of the problem.
I agree with that.
If you're going around and telling people, I have a traditional relationship and this is how my husband treats me, this is why we get so much hate.
Yep. This is the same shit where people are like, stay-at-home moms, you need to have an exit strategy. You need to have your own bank account. You need to have your own money. You need to have your plans because of things like this. This is not traditional.
No, this is not. This is unhealthy. This is a power struggle. Yep. He's definitely holding the power over her. This is toxic. I would say he is almost, I would say that he's financially abusing her.
Yeah. He's definitely controlled the situation. Yeah. He's manipulated that to take all of the power from her.
Definitely. It is taking a toll on my feelings towards him, emotionally and sexually. How do I get our relationship back to the good it was before December? I'm trying my hardest to respect him like I used to and not throw anything about our financial issues in his face, but I am angry inside and hurt inside.
Respect is earned.
Respect is earned. This would have to be a conversation of sitting down and saying, I sold my car to appease you as my husband. Ooh, what the fuck?
What happened?
I don't know. I just had a really sharp pain in my neck. The only way I can describe it is it felt like a muscle just went off track.
Maybe it spasmed. Maybe your tendon moved.
That was weird. Jesus Christ. So this would have to be a conversation of, I sold my car to appease you as my husband.
No, it's not a husband. They're not married.
Oh my God, it's her fucking boyfriends?
Because remember in the beginning of this, I was like, why would you have a child with somebody you're not willing to marry? And now I want it, dude. You know the type of person somebody is within the first year or two of you dating.
Oh, yeah. So this has been a consistent... I can guarantee things were not as good as you thought they were in December. This is just another added on top of...
Right.
This would have to be a conversation of, I've been acting like a wife the whole time we've been together. I sold my car to help you get to where you needed to go. And now you are spending money on whatever you want to buy, and I still don't have a car like you promised me. This is a deal breaker for me. You need to start prioritizing me as not only your girlfriend, but as the mother of your child. I would want a car within the next 6 months.
Fuck that. 6 months?
All right, so what? 2 months.
Yeah, I think
Have a down payment for a car.
I think that's a little more realistic. I got to be honest. 2 months max. That's fucking pushing it.
Yeah.
And to say $1,000 car, like, nah, motherfucker, we're selling shit in this house. TVs are going, your gaming system's going, fucking computers going. I'm selling everything in this motherfucker.
Start
to get
selling
me a
your
car.
hobby shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got what, like electric tools or something?
Yeah.
What are you, a carpenter?
Yeah, tools. You can't fuck with the tools if that's his job because he needs those tools to make the money.
Right. If he's doing wood shop as a hobby.
All that extra hobby shit, yeah, that's gone. Yep. You want me to stay? You've proven to me that you are not a man of your word. Remember what we were talking about earlier?
Yep.
You've shown me you are not a man of your word. I can't trust you. Without that, everything else that falls into our relationship is gone.
Yeah.
Your word is everything to me. You've proven me that you're not a man of that. So yes, I all that hobby shit.
Yeah.
No.
I would also say you are continuously putting me down and speaking to me like I'm a child. That I am selfish for wanting to have my own car again. When the one I had I paid off before I fucking met you. I would have never sold that car.
Me either.
I would have never put myself in this position. You are now literally relying on somebody else who is not even your husband to follow through on his word to replace you with a vehicle to give you your freedom back. I would never put that much power in another person's hands.
Yeah, that man stripped her of her power.
Yeah.
Her freedom's gone. She can't
It
leave.
is.
You know how hard it's going to be for her to go? She can't even leave and sleep in her car. Because that's a last ditch effort. If you have your vehicle and it's yours, and in her case, she fucking owned it outright.
Yeah.
If she left, she had her fucking car.
Yeah. Now she would have a car with maybe a car payment
Yeah.
that she can't pay.
If she had a car payment.
Yeah.
Because there may not even be a car involved. He may be like, tough shit, I can't do it. You know our finances, get fucked. I don't like this. There's a whole lot of manipulation and control there, and then he makes her look like she's the problem.
This is disgusting.
And then she says, how can I respect him again? Respect is earned. That's not something you just fucking willingly give people. You do that because you know the quality of their character. When somebody breaks their word to you, they're showing you the quality of their character. They're a fucking liar. You can't trust the things that they're saying. Like,
I wonder if he's broken his word previous to this.
maybe. I would assume so.
When someone shows you who they are, as I've said several times now, fucking believe them.
Yeah.
If he has broken his word several times before this on multiple big deal things, why would you believe him when he says, I'll buy you another car?
What does that say about him as a father? To have a woman and a child in a house with no vehicle, no nest egg, and is too busy spending money on his hobbies and taking trips than making sure that his family is provided for. I don't.
I wonder how old they are. This situation makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This needs to be resolved in 2 months, or we have to make arrangements to separate.
Yeah, I got to be honest. You're being a lot more graceful than I am because I would be making my exit strategy.
I would have I would already be planning something. I'd be making phone calls and saying, hey, this is the situation.
Yeah.
I might have to come and live with you for a little bit.
Yep.
But I wouldn't tell him that. I wouldn't tell him that I've already made the phone calls.
I wouldn't have either. I would be like, you have 1 month to get me a car. I don't care if you got to sell every little bit of your hobby shit or every piece of furniture in this fucking house. I want a car in 1 month. And if in 1 month doesn't happen, I'm leaving. I'm taking the fucking kid and I'm going. There is a lot of control there. And her giving up her freedom puts her in a dangerous fucking position
It
as
really
far as I'm
does.
concerned.
And this situation is 100% avoidable by saying, I'm not doing that for you.
Yep.
And if this is going to be something that you want to harp on and make me feel bad about, I'm going to get in my car and leave.
Yeah. Yeah. Decisions were made.
Well, if you leave, I'm going to leave you. Okay.
Bye.
I'll just go ahead and pack my shit now.
Yeah.
I'll give you a forwarding address.
You're already showing me that your hobby means more to me, more to you than I do, more to me than your child does. Am I wrong in saying that?
No.
Okay.
What if there is a doctor's appointment that she has to get to
Right.
and he's at work and it's 2:00?
Or he has to miss work to take the child to the doctor's appointment, but because they don't have a nest egg and he's not making enough money for them to live comfortably, they're now asked out on rent, or that extra day's worth of income is the difference between having like normal food or eating ramen. What happens if there's a doctor's appointment or a sickness? What happens if he gets sick and misses an entire week's worth of work because he doesn't feel well? How does that look for your family with no nest egg? He's spending his money on hobby shit and not actually putting it where it needs to go. Dude, I don't get it. I really don't fucking get how people live like that.
I don't know either. I don't really have another answer for that.
Yeah,
that has to be a conversation, a very stern conversation of you standing your ground saying this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
If you're a traditional man, you are failing as one right now. I need a car in a month, or there's going to be a discussion. There's going to be a follow-up conversation of how we're going to separate.
Yeah.
And I would have that backup plan in motion already saying, hey, this is a possibility.
Yeah, I would too. I would too.
Do you want to do another email?
Sure. We'll do one more.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that, found it entertaining, funny, or even learned something you didn't know before, share it. And if you're not subscribed, why aren't you? And for those of you who want to support us, get access to exclusive content and live streams, we do have a Patreon. All the links are in the description.